Hello, my name is Preston Smith, and this is Only on Monday. Featuring me, Preston Smith, we will be doing a kind of overview of many of the biggest events of this year. Starting with January 1st, the shooting in New Orleans. A truck rammed into a crowd and also shot people. That was a very unfortunate event this year. Our hearts go out to the families of those people. Next up, we have in February 25th, 2025, a meeting with the Ukrainian president in the Oval Office. This, as many of you guys know, went down in not the way that we would have expected or wanted, where it ended with a shouting match with President Trump and Vice President Vance shouting against the Ukrainian president, shouting at him for his apparel and all sorts of different things. That really showed a lot of the tensions between the Ukrainian government and the United States government. And next up we have, on March 9th, 2025, the Liberal Party wins the Canadian elections. The interesting thing about this was that the Conservatives were actually predicted to win a lot. They were supposed to win because there's huge dispopularity with the Canadian government. There's huge dispopularity with Justin Trudeau. But what happened was the Liberals ditched their leader, Justin Trudeau, and got Mark Carney, and what many thought was a controversial way of electing him. But the problem was the Conservative Party was not able to be tough enough on Donald Trump to the perspective of Canadians. And it really kind of shows that though conservative movements can grow within popularity in a country, they hurt conservatism across other parts of the world. Like in Canada, how Trump, his tariffs and the trade war with Canada hurt the Conservatives in the election. And on April 3rd, 2025, Hungary leaves the International Criminal Court, a nationally recognized criminal court that deals with international affairs. And Hungary leaves the court immediately after accepting President Benjamin Netanyahu from Israel on a state trip. This highlighted a lot of controversy because Netanyahu is wanted in the criminal court and is classified as a war criminal. So that was interesting to see the stance on Israel change over time, because in the 80s, Hungary actually recognized the Palestinian state, and then you come to the current right-wing ruling party that is supporting Israel. Then next up, on May 8th, the conclave elects a pope for the Catholic Church. After only around 2 days, they finally elected a pope, and they elected the first American pope. Despite a significant portion of Catholics living in America, they never had an American pope. And there was a lot of controversy over this and a lot of information spreading because they didn't really know what the Pope, what his opinions were, or what doctrine would be considered in the Catholic Church. And it really goes to show that in the Papal Conclave, the liberals or the progressive or left-leaners, they didn't have enough power, so they had to make a compromise for the Pope, where they ended up compromising, where he ended up being a more economically left Pope, but a more conservative, traditional Pope on cultural issues. Next up, in June 1st, the 2025 Polish election. This was a surprise to many because the current party that is in Poland, the Law and Justice Party, has gone under much controversy. Karol Nawrocki won the presidential election with 50.89% of the vote. And it shows the strength of the controversial but staggered party and battered party, Law and Justice. And on July 4th through 7th, the central Utah-Texas floods. They claimed more than 150 lives, with hundreds others missing. And it wrecked a lot of property throughout the state of Texas. Many lives were lost, including at Camp Mystic, youth camp. And our hearts and prayers go out to the survivors and to the families of those who have been lost. On August 8th, a historic deal between the traditionally Christian country Armenia and the traditionally Muslim country Azerbaijan. They made an agreement to stop fighting, which ended in unofficial, which ended horrible tensions that had been going on for years. And as you can see on this map, it's kind of foggy, but our Azerbaijan is actually separated by Armenia. There's a small bit right here, and they agreed to have a route along the southern edge of Armenia that they will call the Trump Route for International Peace. There was some controversy over the name, but hopefully this ends up to better solutions in this area, as there are a lot of different conflicts and conflicting interests with borders and all sorts of other things. Well, good. It was good that they were able to get that signed. And on a more somber note, on September 10th, 2025, the conservative activist Charlie Kirk was killed. This was a big blow to many who followed him or knew him personally, especially one of the reasons in October 14th is officially Charlie Kirk National Day of Remembrance. And this was instigated or put in place by President Donald Trump. He saw Charlie Kirk as a strong ally because it was truly because of Charlie Kirk that he won the election, because of the youth vote turnout in a lot of the battleground states. And at Utah Valley University at around 12 p.m., Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck and killed. Our hearts and prayers go out to his family. He has 2 young children. There have been GoFundMes to support them. And Erica Kirk, his widow, is now leading the Turning Point USA organization. And this has been our 2025 update on Only on Monday. Thank you.